Audience, do you want me to just jump right into the video, or do you want me to give you a long, drawn-out introduction? Me too. So the first reason INFJs love ISFJs... Wait, hold up. INFJs, our ISFJ friends, are dominant introverted sensors, which means they need some details before formulating a groundwork for a video. Let's try this again. Hey, I'm Johnny, I'm an INFJ. Welcome to Dueling Personalities, the show bringing you entertainment and insight for the 16 MBTI types. Today's video is 5 reasons INFJs love ISFJs. Alright, there we go. But seriously, you guys, there are so many reasons ISFJs are lovable. Today, I'm just going to share 5 with you. These are just the 5 that came to mind today. Let me know in the comments why you love ISFJs. So the first reason INFJs love ISFJs is that the weakness of the INFJ is literally the strength of the ISFJ. So cognitive function stack wise, the ISFJ is using first function dominant introverted sensing, which is about detail orientation, data recall, memory, etc. And INFJs have this function last in their cognitive function stack. It's literally 8th in their stack. We're not going to do a deep dive about cognitive functions in this video, but I'll say that everything that's related to introverted sensing, that tends to be a strength for ISFJs, and for INFJs, it tends to be a weakness. So we love ISFJs because they're strong in an area that we struggle with greatly. And this leads me into the second reason INFJs love ISFJs. ISFJs are practical. They have their feet firmly planted on the ground. They get the job done. While the INFJ is researching the latest news about aliens or trying to determine whether or not the Loch Ness Monster ever really existed, the ISFJ is hard at work meticulously maintaining the structure and foundation of society, keeping track of all the data, tying up all the loose ends, all while making time to bake cookies for their friends and loved ones, the same cookie recipe their families used for the last 87 years. ISFJs are practical, and INFJs love that about them because we are not. So the third reason INFJs love ISFJs is that ISFJs tend to be more even-keeled than INFJs. Believe it or not, we actually have quite a bit in common. We're very different because INFJs are using a dominant introverted intuitive process. ISFJs are using a dominant introverted sensing process. These two are completely opposed. But the ISFJ and the INFJ both have extroverted feeling in common. That is our auxiliary or our second function. This makes the flavor of the ISFJ's extroverted feeling a lot different than the flavor of the INFJ's extroverted feeling. That's not to say that INFJs can't be assertive and that there aren't ISFJs out there that are turbulent. But there are more turbulent INFJs and more assertive ISFJs. When an INFJ is sad or depressed or has an issue or they're just feeling, excessively turbulent in their mind, they can speak with an ISFJ who will be able to meet with them on the common ground of the extroverted feeling, but the ISFJ will tend to be more even-keeled and not quite as head in the clouds like an INFJ would be, but yet the ISFJ will still understand the INFJ well, because of that empathetic and that sensitive nature that the ISFJ has, and that cognitive function of extroverted feeling they share in common with the INFJ. And this leads me into the fourth reason INFJs love ISFJs. ISFJs are a very tolerant personality. ISFJs are cooperative. They want everybody to get along. They love people. That extroverted feeling tends to make them warm and kind people, although they are introverts like we are, so they tend to be a little bit reticent. But they're loving, gentle, kind, tolerant souls, and INFJs love that about them. All right, so before I share the fifth and final reason INFJs love ISFJs with you, please do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, so this fifth reason is probably not what you guys would expect, all right? And it's kind of difficult to explain. I'll do the best that I can to articulate this, and I'm very well-intentioned in what I'm saying here. So ISFJs are said to be the most common MBTI personality type, right? And INFJs are said to be the rarest. Now, whether or not that's true or not, look, I'm not going to debate that. I really don't care. But here's the thing about it. ISFJs find out, right, when they take the test and they get the description, they find out that they're the most common type. And they're totally cool with that. That's not an issue for them. Let's be really honest, okay? There is some talk at times in the MBTI community about the rarity of the INFJ. And I think that sometimes INFJs can on occasion have a tendency to either become, I don't want to say prideful, but I want to say maybe just a little bit too hung up on being the rarest type. right? And to be honest, I've done this before. I think most INFJs at one time or another have at least had the thought that like, wow, I'm the rarest MBTI type. I love ISFJs because they're humble. The philosophy of the ISFJ is, if we all do our part and we work together as a team, as a unit, we can accomplish anything. And the ISFJ is generally content with playing their part, however significant or insignificant it might seem, in the grand scheme of what makes society operate. INFJs, we tend to be the lone wolf and go our own way and be freelancers. And INFJs often struggle with, getting engaged with the community, even though we have a desire to at times. And that's not to say that being that way automatically makes you proud or prideful. I'm just saying that ISFJs generally feel comfortable just being a part of the team, playing their part, fulfilling their duty, and INFJs usually don't feel like they fit in anywhere. I think INFJs love ISFJs for this reason. I know I do. What are the top 5 reasons you love ISFJs? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe and hit the like button on your way out, okay? Have a good day. Talk to you in the next video. Take care.